So, got a 3DS for $6, mainly because of the fact that the charging port is busted. And, oh, that's the IR port. Here we go. This is the charging port that actually focuses. This is the one I bought for $6. And, as you can tell, it is missing the internal nub there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart and see if I can integrate them to this one and give it a cool little color scheme. I'm thinking red buttons for the power, the X, B, Y, and A buttons, and the D-pad. Maybe change out the front cover, and then maybe the back cover as well. So I might have to take off the stickers, but yeah, we'll see. It's pretty cool. It looks like the screws are actually retained by these little C-clamps. You really can't see this. Man, I really wish I had my old camera back. I'm using my phone. These little C-clamps, so you don't actually lose the screws. So I guess all I need to do is get rid of the sticker, and I can plop these right into each other. I'm not sure about the code though. I might have to. Yeah, we'll see. But that'd be cool. All right, and then see what else it takes to get to the buttons. I just took off the back cover, and it's actually really cool to see the recess for the actual stylus and all that, and the very, very thin, almost ripped it completely clean, but luckily I didn't. Stylus or the ribbon cable here, because this piece that's normally supposed to be part of it got broken off the board, and there's absolutely no way I can fix that. I was actually thinking about just actually plugging it into the dock, because the dock bypasses the internal post in the charger, but seeing this is more than just definitely going to be just a parts build now, because there's no way I can fix this. I don't know how to solder things like this, so. But, you know, interesting to see. Oh, free SD card. Alright, sweet, more memory. First thing is first, taking this thing out is a very, very sphincter and clenching inducing experience, because to take off this part, you need to take off this bracket. To take off this bracket, you need to take off this. But to do that, you need to actually bend this up. To bend that up, you gotta rip this off. And I'm not sure if this is some thermal tape that this acts as a heat sink, because, you know, it's like, because when it came off, I was like, oh shoot, I broke it. But no, you actually have to bend this thing up just to get access to this thing, just to take out, I think it was one of these screws. I think I may have lost that screw, but point is, oh yeah, it was this screw in particular, just this one. And then, yeah, so there's that. But mainly got everything out. The screen, I'm not too sure how you're supposed to do it. I'm assuming you actually have to take a heat gun, because there's some adhesive holding this top on. As you can tell, I tried to just pry it off, but I already cracked it, so this screen may have been broken already. So, but I got the main things I came for, and I'm also going to change the shoulder button, so that's going to stay there. And, but yeah, so basically got the shoulder buttons, these main pieces right here. I'm going to have to wash this off later. And now it's time to transplant everything and then put all this in a separate box, because there's some pretty good parts here I could probably sell and keep as possible replacements, like the D-pad, the actual Wi-Fi module with the antenna. That's cool. It goes into the screen somewhere. And maybe the screen, if I can figure out how, or, you know, just swap out the motherboards and put it in this unit, because it's still good. It's just doesn't have the board. Oh yeah, and here's the touchscreen. I might actually try and change the color to that too, so that'd be cool. Ah, screw it. Let's add that to this list. So, possible stuff to add to the thing. And an extra battery, so you could just swap them out or something. Alright, so let's get to transplanting and hope I don't wreck my own 3DS, otherwise I'll have two dead 2DSs on me. I mean, I have a 3DS, but can never beat the original, in my opinion. And so, yeah. So, disassembly of the current one right now is going good. I just need to replace the buttons and install the new screen, and we should be good. And then replace these things. These are going to be the easiest ones to replace, because they're the last things to go on, so we'll see. Okay, so just to show how new I am to this whole modding thing, or not mod, but basically these little ribbons that you pull out, it turns out there's actually a latch that you have to pull up on the other side and insert, and it will go in easy. I thought it was one of those ribbons that you have to force in there, so luckily I had a different one, because I think I may have broken this one, but I still have the factory one. But since I know to open the latch, everything else just fit into place. It was everything was good to go. So hopefully now I can put all the screws back in, which I did already here and here. And hopefully everything works still, especially the joypad, because I think this is the one I had the most trouble with. So yeah. Okay, so I've been at this for a while now, for about 2 hours, and managed to take these apart. And 2 hours, I mean total time, not time to take apart these few screws. I also forgot that the SD cover has colors, so I decided to switch those up. And now I'm just gonna reinstall the new switches. These are the old ones from that one, and I'll put them in here. And we'll see what happens. Now I need to remember where I put my charger for my DS. I'll find it somewhere. Okay, so I have took off the adhesive after a long process of just rubbing alcohol and whatnot. I know you're not supposed to use that stuff. It's pretty aggressive, but it works. And thankfully these retained pins were there. Otherwise I got confused on all the screws and bits and whatnot I have laying around. Now I have some extra shoulder buttons and all that. And so let's put this all back together. There we go. And open it up. That looks so cool. Wow. I might get some pictures of it when after I clean up the screen a bit. There's some gunk in the corner there. I don't know what that is. It's nasty. And the red power button. Power to the players. And also I accidentally broke one of the D-pad ribbons. So it's gonna be doing this for a while until I get a new one. But you know, it's all in a learning process. And the up and down button still works. So it's just doing its own thing. But yeah. So yeah, so I need to get a new one of that. But anyways, I need to cut my thumbnail, holy moly. And so I have the old cover back here, and turn it off. So I have the old cover, or the new one I have installed already. So I'm deciding either between this color scheme or this color scheme. I might stick with the red back. I don't know. We'll see. And turn that off. There we go. The shoulder buttons are working fine now, because before I swapped the parts out, the right shoulder button and some of the left were sticking, but now they work perfectly fine in one go. So let me assemble everything back together and finish this up. So there we go. I already reassembled everything. I'm looking for a new replacement for the joypad, and there we go. So this is my 3DS, customized 3DS with the red accents, and I'm starting to like it. At first I had doubts, but the left and right red shoulder buttons, the red back plate, red SD card cover, border, red outline for the border for the touchscreen, the red buttons, the red power button, which just cracks me up because I think of the whole, not sure if you know GameStop, but the whole power to the players thing, and their power thing is red, and it just cracks me up seeing that. So, and then the red D-pad, and I wanted to give the red screen, but I think I would have actually had to completely take out the covers. And I also forgot that the volume control knob and the Wi-Fi wireless knob are also red, but might just leave these the way they are. I don't really want to go back and take apart the whole thing just to change these two little things, and they're a pain in the butt to get to. But well. So here we go. That's the 2DS customized. Turn on. What's Steve McQueen doing? Oh, okay, anyway. And there we go, and just get some sick footage of the screen just freaking out.